After the love is gone, what remains? After you've left a narcissist, who are you? Is who you were before who you'll be evermore? Or are you permanently changed by having been with a narcissist? After all, the narcissist tried to erase you. So who are you after narcissistic abuse? What are the different labels that you've heard? Are you a battered wife, a single mom, damaged goods, divorced, a crazy man's ex-wife, a scared little girl, someone who has PTSD? Who are you now that you are no longer with the narcissist? Now that you have finally escaped the prison? Now that you have finally gotten away from a narcissist, a toxic marriage? When I think back over things, the narcissist took an eraser to the piece of paper that was my life, my heart, my mind, and my spirit, and tried to rub it out, tried to rub it away. And when he got done erasing, he blew the crumbs away too. A narcissist will try to get rid of all traces of who you actually are. To erase means to remove or eliminate something completely, leaving no trace of its existence. This can involve wiping away, deleting, or obliterating information. And the devil is a liar. Although he comes to kill, steal, and destroy, to erase you, God comes that you might have life and have it more abundantly. A narcissist may have come along and tried to delete recorded information, but the narcissist did not know that you have the word written on the tablets of your heart. Can't erase that. When I think back over my 14-year marriage to a covert narcissist, I can see 6 ways in which he tried to erase me. The first one was he tried to rename me. The narcissist will literally want to change your name. I remember being a newlywed to the narcissist. We had just gotten married, and I was talking to him about my name change. I just asked him a simple question. I asked him if I could keep my maiden name and do a hyphenated name with his name. And the narcissist flew off the handle. The narcissist went crazy. I tried to explain to him the reason I asked the question. He had uprooted me from my hometown and moved me 5 hours away from my family. There was financial business where I was from, and I didn't want any trouble across state lines, and I didn't want any trouble with financial things such as having to cash a check, receiving a check with my maiden name and not being able to cash it, having 401ks that I needed to transfer over, and etc. The narcissist didn't care anything about it. I asked him if I could keep my maiden name of Malone and just hyphenate it with his name, Jackson. And the narcissist looked at me with fury, and he yelled to the top of his lungs very irately, and he said, "That MF does not exist anymore." And I was so afraid, so shocked, and so taken aback that I ended the conversation. I didn't say anything else to him after that. I just went to fill out the paperwork for the Social Security office so that my last name could be changed. I had to get rid of my maiden name completely, and I was allowed to keep my middle name. That didn't bother him. The narcissist wanted to completely erase anything associated with my family and anything associated with my past. Even though the narcissist married me under false pretenses, even though he really did not want to be with me, he still wanted me to change my name, because the narcissist is all about ownership. They're all about dominance. I didn't have a problem changing my name completely as a sign of respect for my spouse. I just asked a question, a very plain question, a very realistic question, a very honest and transparent question, and the narcissist went off. They want to rename you. They don't want you to have any kind of connection to your past. They don't want it to be a situation where anybody from your past can reach out to you. They want to completely take over as your owner, as their possession. Another thing that the narcissist did to rename me was to call me names, to insult me. Plenty of times he would say, "You're dumb, Fran." Whereas he would previously call me smart. I got a smart woman. He would change that and rename me and say that I was dumb. "You're dumb, Fran. You're stupid, Fran." Another name was the B word, and yet another name was a fat B. When they previously said that they loved the way that you look, all of a sudden they rename you. Another thing that he would say was dummy, and he would say it so mean and nasty. He would put extra nastiness on it. When they previously said that you were beautiful, all of a sudden they rename you. This is their attempt to erase your self-esteem from you. This is their attempt to erase who you thought that you were. Second thing that I noticed about the narcissist was he tried to redefine me. He tried to give me a new meaning and a new purpose for being a woman. He did not have very much respect for women in general. He saw them as subservient, subpar, beneath him. He felt like I was only there to serve him. I was only there to help him. He pretty much viewed me as a maid. He viewed me as a meal ticket, as my mama would call it. Narcissists will try to redefine your purpose for being a wife and a woman. Whatever ideas that you had about yourself before you got married to the narcissist, they will try to redefine those ideas about you. The third thing that the narcissist did to erase me was he would reimagine me. Narcissists have these fantasies. They have these dreams of grandeur. They have these things and desires that they want to meet in their life, and they try to turn you into that. The narcissist has many fetishes and addictions. Narcissists have their favorite corn stars. And so the narcissist would make statements and say that I reminded him of someone that he had a fetish for. The narcissist had a certain type. And soon that is how a narcissist will try to see you, as just a type, just a prototype, just an object. They see you as just a toy, just something to play around with, and just something to experiment with. They treat you like someone that they are just playing with on the playground. They will never get close to you, and they will always keep you at a distance. They idealize you. You basically become one of many, one of their many fetishes, one version of their obsession. My narcissist ex was obsessed with a certain skin complexion and obsessed with a certain body type. He had a long pattern and a long history of women that looked quite similar to each other. And the narcissist would try to reduce me down as just that. reduce me down to just a certain body part, reduce me down to just a skin complexion. They reimagine you. The narcissist would refer to me as his insert celebrity name there. I never took that as a compliment. I wanted to be my own self. I wanted to be liked for me. I wanted to be my own person. I never wanted him to be with me because he thought I looked like someone else. But this is what a narcissist will do to reimagine you and erase you. The next thing that I remember that the narcissist doing to erase me was he would remix me. And what this means is he would alter me from the original version. Where I was once independent, he would do things to strip away my independence. He would once call me strong and then say that I was weak. He would do things to make me weak. He would strip away certain freedoms from me. Where I was a happy, bubbly person, he would strip that from me and have me in a state of sadness and depression all the time. Where I was a person that would express myself through colorful clothing, graphic t-shirts, a different sense of style, he would take that from me by constantly criticizing my clothes and what I had on. And he had me dressing a totally different way than I did when I first met him. He remixed my style, literally. Whereas I was an independent person that thought for myself, trusted my own judgment and decisions, he would come along and have everything run through him like a funnel system. All of my decisions had to go through him. He would say that I was dumb so much to the point to where I started to ask his opinions of things before I did them. And it would be the simplest of things. It would be things that did not require a second opinion or his judgment or his decision at all. Whereas I used to be a pretty calm person, he had me in a state of anxiety all the time, anticipating his punches. Whereas I used to think outside the box and do things outside of the box, I became a very fearful person. I did not want to do certain things because he had physically beaten me down so much that I just kind of gave up. They alter you and remix you from your original state. This is another way that they erase you. The fifth thing that the narcissist did to erase me was he replaced me. Narcissists are not faithful. They will cheat on you, and it doesn't matter the type of cheating. They will physically cheat with their bodies, and they will emotionally cheat. They will verbally cheat. Any way that they can be unfaithful to you, that is what they will do. He started to replace me with other supply, other women. He started to replace his time that he spent with me. Instead of going on dates with me, he would just hang out in the streets really late at night. Instead of going places with me, respectable places, he started replacing me with unimaginable things such as X-rated movie houses and adult bookstores. He started erasing me by replacing text messages to me and sending them to other people. He started replacing phone calls and messages to me on his personal cell phone. He transferred those over to private messages to other individuals on his work phone. He replaced any and all types of intimacy with me with other people and other things. He erased me by replacing me. There was always someone else prettier, someone else smaller, someone else with more money, always someone else better than me. The last thing that a narcissist will do to you to erase you is to reclaim you. And this typically happens after the discard, after you have busted up with them and they have gotten rid of you, etc. They try to reclaim you with a Hoover. And this is an attempt to erase you as well, because they are trying to get rid of that strong person that you are, the person that left them behind. They are trying to They're trying to get you to change and come back to a weaker version of yourself. Now that you have healed and moved on, they are trying to hoover you back in for control purposes. They're trying to get you to change and come back to a weaker version of yourself. Now that you have healed and moved on, they are trying to hoover you back in for control purposes. They want to erase that healed, complete, and whole individual that you have become and bring you back down to that subservient level that they thought that they had you at. Even though the narcissist tried to erase you, you still remain. Nothing can pluck you out of the hand of God. Nothing can separate you from the love of God. Even though the narcissist tried to erase you, you have been reclaimed. You have been redeemed by the blood of the Lamb. Even though the narcissist tried to erase you, you are refined by God. You've come through the tests and trials of life. You've come forth as pure gold. Even though the narcissist tried to erase your mind, God has renewed your mind. God has given you a sound mind, and God has given you a sober mind. Let this mind be in you, which is also in Christ Jesus. And even though a narcissist tried to take away your joy, tried to steal your joy, you will rejoice in the Lord always. You find joy, fullness of joy, in the presence of God. Narcissists can't erase this. Who are you after the narcissist has tried to erase you? You are well with the Lord. You are blessed and highly favored. You are the head and not the tail. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Who are you after the narcissist tried to erase you? You are the light. You are the marvelous light.